Let's do it.
Welcome to another episode of the TSB Podcast. My co-host here, Mr. Keck. How you doing, Mr. Keck?
I'm kecking, all right. I'm catching. I am very, very extremely pissed.
You
And
sound half asleep.
there's some things out there that grind my gears. That's all. No,
Really
I
grind your
apologize, guys.
gears.
Yeah, if I'm not exerting my voice, I'm gonna speak in a very low manner. Hopefully, you guys will be able to hear what I'm saying. You know, if I have to go a little bit tone higher, then I will.
Go
Hopefully, my
go one
co-host will
pitch
help me.
higher.
One pitch higher? I gotta go a little bit higher. I gotta fucking scream.
Go 4 pitches higher.
Jesus, man.
You need to hit
I'm
those high
trying not
notes
to.
as you're speaking.
I'm trying not to, all right?
Well, you sound like Alvin the Chipmunks.
Alvin Chipmunk. I wanted to start
Anyway,
with a topic. Oh, wow, I just get completely cut off. He doesn't give a fuck about what I'm saying. None
go ahead.
of it's important. You know, I want to talk about this earlier topic. You know, maybe it relates to some of the other topics we're going to get into later on. You know, about the difference between the PlayStation 1 releases and the Nintendo 64 releases. You know, some people felt that there were more 2D games on the PlayStation 1, and then there were more 3D games on the Nintendo 64. And yeah, it was a V thread. I want us to take the time
people
to.
People are using bad words in here. I don't know, man. I don't know if I can show
They're
this on
using bad
screen.
words. You know, if you can show this on screen.
I mean,
we can.
I'm checking to see if there's any weird images before I put it on the screen right now. But
well, the main discussion is that some people tend to forget the original PlayStation lineup when it was first released. The launch titles themselves, you know, and like what was that? 94 or 95, depending where you were. You know, yeah. What was it? Every PlayStation 1 launch title was was Ace, the original Ace Combat, known as Air Combat, Battle Arena Toshiden, ESPN Extreme Sports, Kayak, the DNA Imperative, NBA Jam Tournament Edition, which is a port from the Super Nintendo, if I'm correct. Rayman, which is originally on the Sega Saturn, if I'm right, and Battle Arena Toshiden was also on the Sega Saturn. Soul Calibur. And it actually wasn't called Soul Calibur. It was originally called Soul Edge. So this is actually a miswriting on this article's part. A bunch of smooth brains. You know, Street Fighter the movie, which is correct, was released on the PlayStation 1. The Raiden Project and Total Eclipse Turbo. But there were a couple of other ones, I believe, from Japan. Let's see if I can find them here. Yeah, the very first 15 games was AIV Evolution, December 3rd, 1994. This was a Japanese game. Crime Crackers, December 3rd, 1994. Another Japanese game. Gokujo Paradois Deluxe Pack, December 3, 1994. Mahjong Goku Tenjiku and Mahjong Station Mazing, December 3rd, 1994. Niketsu Oyako, December 3rd, 1994, which I believe was a beat 'em up game. You know, it was a good one too. Rage Racer was a part of the original release, and then they got a North American. Yeah, which is a classic. Rage Racer is a classic. Tama Adventures Ball and Giddy Labyrinth, December 3rd, 1994. Twin B Tyson Puzzle Drama, December 9th, 1994. Kikuni Masahiko Waro Fokea San Pachi Slot Hunter, December 9th, 1994.
Is that the whole title?
Yeah, Kikuni Masahiko Waro Fokea San Pachi Slot Hunter.
They figured this stuff out back in the day, man. They figured this stuff out back in the day.
Rage Racer was ahead of its time. Like, that game was really, really ahead of its time. And people tend to forget the I believe it was originally the Capcom Play System
If you make
10
a
or
racing game
11.
today, you have a tough time.
Oh, you have a tough time making a racing game today. No, it's
That's the
no joke. You have a tough
that's the
time.
programmer on
No,
Ridge
yeah.
Racer. Look at this. This is beautiful.
Yeah. You can actually look up the original arcade cabinet for the Rage
Oh
Racer. It's actually
man,
really cool. You
looks
should look it up. It's really, really cool. Yeah, that was an arcade port. They do that on the Yeah, you see it? Yeah, look how beautiful that shit looks. And this was on a Namco Play System 10 or I believe 11. And this is around the time period that there were rumors, heavy rumors, and this is before the PlayStation 1 was going to release, that Namco wanted to release a system themselves. They wanted to release a 3D based system. There are photos of the beta somewhere online. This was an old blog post. I found this fucking years ago. I tried finding it again. You're not going to find it. And they also tried coming up with a 2D system. So even Namco at one point wanted to get into the home console market and they decided not to. They felt more comfortable with arcade releases. And apparently Rage Racer was going to be the launch title. So that's why they gave it to Sony. But this is all rumor. Nobody really fucking knows. This is just people squeezing through the grapevines trying to make wine, you know?
I played a shit ton of Ridge Racer 4 on the PS1.
It's
It was the
fucking
shit.
classic. Game was a classic. I had it. I had Rage Racer 1.
I still listen to that
I,
soundtrack.
what was it? One, two. I think what was the Rage Racer Revolution was the other one. I had all them shits, man. Like this was one. Like I honestly say, like no, yeah, I had this shit. Like I actually played this shit with my mom and like my father, and we actually had fun with this shit. Yeah, Rage Racer Revolution. That was the other one. Yeah, I had that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I had that fucking game.
This is an emulator.
I had one. I had Revolution. There's another one too. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to find the cover where they had the two R's in the front.
Ridge Racer 4?
Was it Rage Racer 4 with the two R's in the front?
It had like that yellow.
Nah, this was like a PlayStation exclusive one.
This one? Ridge Racer 3?
Yes, Rage Racer 3. Thank you. That was the one.
Oh, Rage
It was Rage
Racer.
Racer 3.
Let's say Rage Racer.
But it
Rage
was
Racer?
Namco.
Ridge Racer or
Yeah.
Rage Racer? I'm so confused now.
It was Rage. No, it was Rage Racer. Yeah, it was Rage Racer. Yeah.
What's the third
It
one
was
just
another
called?
one.
Rage Racer?
Yeah, it was called Rage Racer. Yeah, I had this one. I had Rage Racer. I had this one too. Yeah. I had Rage Racer. I had Rage Racer. Ridge Racer. Revolution.
Oh, the
Yeah,
third one
bro.
was
I
called
remember this
Rage
one.
Racer. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that
Guess
was
I
a
remember. It had the
maybe
two
that was
R's in
like
the
a
front.
mistranslation or something.
That's I always remember it. This cover. I had this shit. Very cool cover. I always liked this one as a kid. Yeah, Rage Racer was always ahead of its time. Like this was like the main one competing with Gran Turismo. I know a lot of people like Gran Turismo more,
I never liked Gran
but this one
Turismo.
was better. Rage Racer was a little bit better because it still had an arcade feel to it.
Something about Gran Turismo turned me off.
It was too realistic.
I don't know.
Way too realistic. It was way too realistic.
The presentation on Ridge Racer 4 is a little unbeatable, to be honest. The presentation was very nice. Beautiful.
That game was a classic, man. Ahead of its time.
So what
A
were
lot,
some
a
other
lot of
ones
these
you on the
games were
list?
ahead of its time. Oh, I apologize.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, Motor Tune Grand Prix. Kingsfield was the big one.
Ooh.
And what breaks my heart about Kingsfield is I won't ever forget. My father was big on those TV shows where you could call in and buy stuff, and he would get the magazine sent at home, and he bought me Kingsfield from a magazine, And I remember playing it as a child, and I fucking hated it, and I was scared of it, and I did not want the game, and I told my father, send this shit back. I don't want this game.
This game
So
is
looking back now,
demonic.
seeing like how the game is highly regarded and it's worth all this money, I still don't fucking get it. It was a terrible game. I hated it as a child, and I played it as a man. I hated it now. Niggas ain't know what they was doing. They figured it out now with Souls, yeah. Like, they figured it out, but nah.
My internet's dying on
Terrible
me
game.
live on there. I don't even know if you can hear me. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna pause. Hello.
Diablo, tú cogiste tanto tiempo que me puse a comer ahora mismo.
We're back. So yeah.
Me puse.
You're talking about Ridge Racer, and we're talking about other. It's Kingsfield. That's the one. Kingsfield.
Kingsfield.
I heard that part where you said like you were scared of the game, and then I got disconnected.
Are we recording?
Yeah. Still going.
Oh, diablo. Perdóname. Es que me puse a comer ahora mismo.
So you were scared of this game? Demonic demon game?
Absolutely scared of this game. Absolutely terrified.
The skeletons came out of the box.
Hated it as a child.
And then you turned around and there was another skeleton behind you.
I play the game now. Absolutely dog shit. Terrible. Still a bad game. Like, I know people try to hold this game in a high regard. Fucking terrible.
It was
kind of never good.
It's really,
it was never good.
I'm sure it's interesting.
It was never a good game.
It's very. It's a tough one, I think.
Is it a tough one? I just didn't like it. Just didn't enjoy it. Sorry.
Elf's Grave.
You know, like, I understand people want to put Dark Souls and Bloodborns and all these other games on a high pedestal and everything, but for me,
I'm feeling claustrophobic and watching this right now.
Oh, I can't even see it. That's the best part.
Oh, I'm not streaming it? Yeah, hold on.
Godlike.
There you go.
Terrible.
You put the Great Helm on, because you had the Night Helm. You changed the Night Helm to the Great Helm. This is the original, like,
I remember it.
Demon Souls, man.
Yeah, I had this game as a kid. Like I said, my father bought me this game, and I told him, take it back. I hate this game. Take it back.
Damn, dude. And now you've grown up and you're a huge Elden Ring fan. You love all the Elden Rings.
No, that game is for smooth brains. I'm happy
Whoa.
that I didn't play it. Bunch of fucking smooth brains playing that game. The only superior game. Listen, I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. You can pause this. Like, I'm over it. The real superior From Software games, in my opinion, I believe, are Sekiro and Bloodborne, because it's the
You didn't even play those games.
Shut your mouth. It's the culmination of everything that they learned, and they put it in one package. And I feel that those two games. No, I'm going to give the credit to Sekiro and Bloodborne. All right, it's, in my eyes, far more superior games. I don't know what my mouth breather co-host believes. You know, that's just my opinion.
A lot of gobbledygook.
Yeah, a lot of gobbledygook.
So what else we got on this PS1 flashback?
Battle Arena Toshiden 1. And
Kakenoki
Shogi.
Are you just gonna list every PS1 game?
Oh, the Raiden Project was a big deal. That was actually one of my favorite. This is like one of the shmups. A lot of those shmups that came out on the PlayStation 1 were like ahead of their time. They were really good. Einhander was another one. Can't remember the name of the other one. Ooh, I apologize. I need some water, guys. I am dying.
So this thread is like they're comparing N64 to PS1. So this argument, you know, it never seems to die, and now we're reviving it again.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at the Nintendo 64 launch title, you know, and that's another thing. Some of those games are 3D, some of them are 2D. You know, it's the problem is that some people are so caught up with the 97, 98, and 99 release of the PlayStation lineup of those games. You know, like the Mega Mans, the Gran Turismos, the Final Fantasy sevens,
Hmm.
the Resident Evils. People remember those lineup, but like the games that we just mentioned, like the original launch titles, none of those games were mentioned. You know, so what are really discussing at the end of the day?
It's,
Let's look
well,
at some Nintendo 64 launch titles really quick. I
Super Mario Bros. Was
apologize.
the only one that I recognized in that list that you gave.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's like the
And
main one. Yeah.
Kingsfield for obvious reasons.
Look, the main launch titles for Nintendo 64 were Super Mario 64 and Pilot Wing 64. It was only two games. Only two games. So what are we really comparing? And mind you, Nintendo struggled.
Can I read this? If you ever needed proof that Nintendo 64 is miles ahead of the 32-bit competition, just compare these shots to the new PlayStation version of Castlevania, whereas the N64 version features fully 3D characters and backgrounds. Along with dazzling lighting effects, the PlayStation title is a flat 2D platform game where the tiny hero has to fight a big cheesy monsters. No comparison, really.
Yeah, it's a bunch of shelling. This shit went nowhere.
I didn't even know
And apparently,
I didn't even know there was a 3D Castlevania game.
yes, there was a 3D Castlevania game for the Nintendo 64, and there was a lot of content on it. They originally wanted four different characters to be selectable, only two of them made out, and there's a lot of beta content on it. A lot of it's online. In terms of like the characters that they wanted to be in and shit. There was supposed to be like some chainsaw guy.
All right. I didn't know what to expect, but not gonna lie, it was kind of cool.
No, this game was ahead of its time. Those games was ahead of its time. You should look up the Castlevania 64 beta content. It's pretty bugged out. I mean on your own time. You should look it up. It's pretty amazing what they were trying to come up with.
You hear that, chat? On your own time.
Yeah.
Chat is just the voices in my head.
The voices in my head.
Telling me to goon at all hours of the night. And to plap.
Yeah, it's a secondary character.
This is such a chill episode. We're not screaming at fucking top of our lungs right away.
No, man, there was some pretty good Nintendo 64 titles, but they didn't come out till like a year or two later,
I kind of want to play this game now. I don't know what this is. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Mind you, Nintendo 64 was released in 96. So by 96, PlayStation was already gaining dominance in the console market because they were already fighting with Sega Saturn the whole time period. So people really got it misconstrued, in terms of what they remember. They don't know the actual facts to the story. And it's fine. It's not a problem. A lot of it is tribalism. A lot of people have their allegiance to PlayStation, but they blindly follow this company. They don't actually know why they're doing it.
How many of them have both consoles?
Yeah, exactly. How many of them have both consoles?
I got Nintendo shit cube. You don't play DVDs.
Like I had all of them. I had everything. Like the only one I couldn't get my hands on, I think, was the GameCube.
Shit cube review by the pissed off angry hardcore gamer.
Oh my god, this is vintage. Oh my god, how the fuck did you find this?
And this right here is my PlayStation 3, and this is what I like to call the Nintendo shit cube. And the
pointing at
Vintage.
room with the broom handle.
Nintendo
Vintage.
shit cube because
Vintage.
it's a piece of fucking shit.
Jesus Christ.
The original Nintendo Entertainment System sucked because
Deep-fried
you had
microphone.
to perform a certain amount of blowjobs on the cartridges. And
Imagine you're like, someone should make a video game where you're just playing as like a little gremlin character in this guy's room, and all the cutscenes are this video.
And I want you to know,
the games to work.
I wanted a Nintendo GameCube so bad, and I couldn't get it.
Nintendo.
I couldn't get one. I was so angry as a child.
Second console, the Super Nintendo. Now that was a very good. That was a good system. That was a very good system.
And I remember when they were $100, and by that time period, I didn't even want one.
Yeah, I didn't get one. Shit cube.
I should have. Looking back that day, I should have grabbed that shit. And they asked me to, because they had all the games, the controls, everything was mad cheap. I should have just grabbed it that day. I was like, I don't want it.
What a lot I see some of what's going on in this, and some of it is not considering the aspect of having to port to other consoles.
Yeah, because that was the main point I was trying to make earlier. Some of those PlayStation games that we're very fond of were ported from the Sega Saturn and vice versa. So it's just so what are we really talking about at the end of the day? But I did want to point it out. The Zoomer discussion that happens. It shows that they're unknowledgeable, and that's because the gatekeepers that we have today refuse to actually educate them. They would rather just feed them remasters. To continue to change the narrative. And add more DLC and blah blah blah. It's terrible. These people who
The
are in
new
control.
one
I
is
remember
nice and clean. The old one is old and dirty.
yeah, I remember the old school. Journal, like the old school journalists, like the video game journalists from back in the day, like they were very on it. And some of them were super biased as fuck. Like some of them hated fighting games,
Remember
some of
this
them
game?
hated RPGs. Are you fucking insane? Yo, my brother loved this shit. Yo, he would play this
game
at
is
the
legendary.
arcade. Yo, he knew all the cheats and everything. And this is what fucked my head up. Because I didn't know there were cheats in this game.
I don't know why they can't make a football game like this. This shit is like so like it's so superhero. It's the superhero version of fucking football games. I fucking
The
love
giant
this
mode,
game.
he knew how to do all that shit. Like, it was
When you
so
tackle
stupid.
somebody, they fucking go flying. This game was so fucking
Because
crazy.
NFL Blitz was an arcade game at its core. People need to understand the arcade genre is very real. It spans over everything. Arcade RPGs, arcade sports, arcade racing, arcade fighting. The arcade genre spans all over.
I'm sorry, this looks better to me than any modern Madden game put in front of me. I'm like, yeah, let's play this instead.
Yeah, it does. Looks way better.
Look.
Fucking body slammed.
Just throwing him after the fucking whistle. Ooh, sort of dodge. Apparently you can. Hit people before fourth down. Like you can control them and start hitting people before the thing goes off.
Yeah.
Look at this. Man, games were so much more fun back in the day. Speaking of Tony Hawk, look at this guy. I think we were talking about Tony Hawk before we started recording.
So we just transition into that Tony Hawk conversation?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, let's do it, man. Let's talk about that. I mean, at this point, this conversation is null and void. Like, the only reason why there were 2D games on the PlayStation because they were ports. And some of them were arcade ports. And some of them were ports from Japan that just happened to get released over here. That's it. Big whoop, And they were still trying to figure out the Nintendo 64 technology. The same thing with PlayStation. It was difficult for them to program. And, these guys, these were a group of developers that were they were accustomed to making arcade games that were fully 2D, And at that time period, the PlayStation couldn't even push the 2D capabilities. That crown went to Sega Saturn. Aha. And even the Sega Saturn wasn't pushed to its full capabilities also. So it's sad stories all around. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, Nightmare Creatures? That's a fucking classic. Come on, man. The original fucking Bloodborne. The original. He stole it. I'm going to tell you right now. He stole that story. He stole it from Nightmare Creatures. I believe it.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe? He did. He saw this game and he went, oh, no more first-person shooter. Third person. The fuck out of here.
What? But yeah, let us know about the Tony Hawk thing. What's going on with Tony Hawk?
Nah, man, they got a new timer right now that they are going to be releasing a new Tony Hawk game. I believe it is a remastered version of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. If you go on their website, I believe let's see. Let me see if I can find the Tony Hawk teaser for you guys here.
So they never released a game after the Skate came out? Damn.
No, yeah, that was it.
Shit. I had figured they released some stuff since then.
Nah, man. Here, I'll post it up for you right now. This is the countdown timer. You can show that off to everybody. Because they already did the remaster for 1 and 2. So now they're doing the remaster for 3 and 4.
Uh,
But for me, I think part 3 should have been a standalone project in itself. Because that was the one that was released exclusively on the PlayStation 2. I mean, not exclusively, but it was mainly pushed on the PlayStation 2 because of its online capabilities. I believe it was one of the
is this a remake?
yeah, that's the remake of it. Yeah.
Oh, they remade it.
They redid everything. Yeah, they remade it. Yeah, I heard it was pretty good. I don't know if it was faithful to the original, but some people were very happy with what they released. I haven't played it yet. I never played it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm such an old school dude. I'd rather play the old ones. You know,
True.
it's just, and it's not even the nostalgia. It's just the mechanics themselves. A lot of these games are made on, what is it, Unreal Engine. So there is it is a different level of feeling in terms of the interactions of how you play the game. And I think that has to do with how they take weight into consideration in the Unreal
Oh,
Engine
I remember this fucking place.
part. Yeah, you remember that part? Yeah, they redid everything, so it's pretty cool. Like I like what they did. Like I'm not going front. It's nice. Yeah, it is all from like part 1, if you remember.
I just remember that place mostly, that fucking weird training area. Because they had a like a one of these games had like a level editor, and I was like messing around in that a lot.
I believe that was the Xbox version, or maybe part 1. I don't remember. No, actually, no. You're right. You could make your own skate park. Yeah, you're right. The Xbox version was another exclusive Tony Hawk game that I don't even think that they're even considering re-releasing, because even that one had special stages for the Xbox version only.
I like it, man. But I don't know. I guess they're gonna remake 3 and 4. I mean, sure, I guess. I can't say I was the biggest fan of these games. I mean, I played them. I think I played the Underground one a lot, whatever that one was.
Yeah, that was a big one at its time period. That's when the Ratchet and Clank games were already popular. So was Sly Cooper and a couple of other ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I played this one a lot. I probably got close to beating it, maybe. But yeah, we got some other news. We got some other stuff going on. Some more.
Yeah, I'll let you take over
some
now.
more
I feel like I've been
controversial things.
yapping at the mouth enough. I'll let
No,
you
man.
go for it.
We got some Monster Hunter news. But before
Oh,
I
you're gonna
pull
talk
that
about
up,
that?
I'd like to bring up the Monster Hunter World IGN review. 9.5. Monster Hunter World. That was a fun time. Remember that time, guys?
Is that an honest review?
From IGN? No. But it's you can compare IGN things in a vacuum and kind of be like, kind of question what their understanding is, or maybe what like a tiny bit of like what's going on in the zeitgeist. I guess I don't know. User reviews says 8.6, so maybe that's closer to reality. I don't know. So what do you think the Monster Hunter Wilds rating is?
If I had to guess, it's a 10 out of 10. They just gave it to Capcom, because they're being paid. They're receiving the U.S. aid money.
U.S. AIDS.
They already got. Yeah, they're already using. They're receiving U.S. aid money.
I think they got rid of it.
is
They got rid of that.
Well, this is before they got rid of all that. All right. Before they got rid of all that, the deal was already made. They're giving this game a 10 out of 10. Everyone got paid. Everybody's going home. It's fine. And I can we even talk about that? Because people are even discussing, the Gamers Gate 2.0. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I
I
don't
think
I don't want
that might be a
want
job for
this.
other channels who are willing to go through all the receipts for all that stuff. It certainly
Yeah,
is.
no, I get.
It certainly
Yeah,
is interesting to see that some of it has been maybe directly or indirectly funded
it, it,
by
it- it's a lot to
USAID.
unpack. No, I agree. I agree. It's a lot to unpack.
But over here on the IGN, they gave Monster Hunter Wilds. We need a drum roll. We don't have a drum roll, so we're just gonna do this. Here we go. IGN Monster Hunter Wilds rating 8.
Why was it less than
I don't know.
Worlds? What happened?
People are saying that the person reviewing this, I'm not gonna read the review. I feel like just reading the comments here.
What did the comments say? What intelligence did they carry?
I think the takeaway from this review is that the guy was saying it's pretty easy. God, it's hard. I never get into IGN comments.
It's hard to decipher, huh?
I'm reading some of it. I'm like, I don't know. Is this guy an idiot? I feel like in YouTube, I'm like, yeah, that guy's cool. I don't know. Here, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Looks good. Goes. I don't know. Advertisement brought to you by a douche fanboy. Can we pay extra to get rid of these lame ass fanboy advertisements? I guess they're calling the game an advertisement. The review. This guy is at least.
I mean, it is a paid advertisement. It's obvious.
They're
I
going
mean,
off
look at the
about
money.
how the expansion will probably make the game better. Some of them are saying. I think the main takeaway
Look-
from this guy review is that some of people got was that he's saying it's too easy or something. And he has this whole
Look how
section on one weapon, so he probably disregarded this entire review.
look how much money Capcom received. I'm not angry.
Here's the 10 best Monster Hunter games. We got in the C list, we have the original game.
Okay.
I don't know who voted on this, but yeah, and I don't know how you put whatever. Well, at least I got GU in the highest tier, so at least we got something out of this list. But I don't
That
know.
doesn't make sense to me. Why would you?
Why
And
would you what?
why would you put a GU so high, and
Good
then
game?
but
Oh, the
why
first
would you
game?
put ice?
It's like
Why would you
we
put?
need to put
Yeah.
these in a list over here. We gotta put them in the list. This is so subjective, honestly. But like, the first game isn't a bad game. Like, these games aren't bad. They're kind of buggy. But they're not bad games. But I don't know. I just thought it was interesting that this guy had decided to give it an 8 instead of a 9.5 or a 10. Like, I'd expect something a lot higher, especially since a lot of the journalists and gamers have been kind of sucking off Monster Hunter World for such a long time. I figured this would be another one where they just like suck it off for no reason.
Very disingenuous. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize.
Who, me?
Yeah. No, not you. I'm talking about just the review in itself. It's very
I'm not
disingenuous.
gonna read all this. I don't know.
Yeah,
I might get
no,
mad
it's
about
obvious.
it. I am not getting the game. I'm a longtime fan, and I'd rather go play some of these older games than play this new shit that just looks like ass. We have gone into it many times before. I won't get into it now. But yeah, 8 out of 10. IGN 8 out of 10, whatever that means.
IGN 8 out of 10.
Let's get into some
And now
other stuff.
How did you enjoy the beta of City of the Wolves? Give me your honest answer.
I was really hype about this game. I had read a lot of the propaganda that came out about this game on the official websites, telling me about all the system mechanics and all the characters that were coming, and I was like, oh man. And at around the time that this game was announced, I had just finished kind of playing and enjoying King of Fighters 15 casually. I'm like, King of 15, you know, cool game, feels nice, I like it, this and that. I'm looking at videos for this game, I'm like, oh, this looks cool, you know? And it's not for me. It is not for me. I think from like fighting game design standpoint, I think there's a couple things wrong with it. I think the system mechanics are interesting. Like
No, please go into it. What's wrong with it? You don't
the,
have to.
the
I think everyone's
SBG.
pretty much aware of what the system mechanics are. Some people went out of their way to play the game. Some people have read it, like you.
The
You know,
feints, I
so
really like the feints. The dodging, I really like the dodging. It has the
okay.
SPG mechanic where you get buffed up and you have access to other stuff. It's got the overdrive system where if you use too many special moves or like powered up moves or whatever the fuck you want, just to simplify it. If you use too many of
You
those,
mean the
you'll
EXs?
overheat.
Some of
Yeah,
the
like
EXs?
yeah,
You're
you'll
going to
overheat
burnout.
and then you won't be able to use those moves for a while. That thing I think is fine. The supers, they don't seem too dramatic like other games where the supers do like a ass ton of damage. I think on that side it's fine fairly. I think for me personally, the problem for me, I really don't like how the anti-airs feel right now. And it's a game where people eventually are going to learn a lot about the air just defend and baiting and the mind game of like baiting the anti-air to get the just defend or not pressing a button, just doing jump in, throw. You're going to see some of that stuff for sure. It just feels like the air game is really weak. I tried a whole bunch of different characters, and the only one who seemed to have like a decent anti-airs from the characters that I tried was Vox. And then when it did go off, I noticed that the damage was like insanely low. And the damage seemed to be consistent with other characters when they did land. So I'm like, okay, they don't want... What I got from that was like, okay, they don't want anti-airs by themselves to do a lot of damage. And it's not like a Street Fighter game where you can do like a crouch heavy punch attack. Generally,
Mm-hmm.
characters don't have that type of move in this game. They might have like a standing move that might hit a little higher, but generally the angle you want to be hitting at for like an anti-air move, a lot of characters don't seem to have that type of move. And for me, that's where it starts to break apart because I'm like, like I said, when people start to figure out the whole just defend thing, the anti-airs, like if they were good, they would still like kind of lose to the system of like baiting them out with short hops, baiting them out with just defend, baiting them, maybe not like baiting them out, but the whole anti-air mind game of like not doing a move and doing jump and throw, like that all exists. But then when you do land your anti-air, like all you get is like a 3% damage. It just seems really bizarre to me. I would expect you to get more off of that. Obviously, you can do probably like a special move break cancel, maybe get like a juggle off of that, maybe. But that just seems, in my mind, that just seems more unreliable. So my problems with the games are very specific towards that. And the other thing I don't like about the game is the way the normals on the ground feel. They don't feel like KOF 15. They feel a lot like Street Fighter 6, the normals on the ground. They feel kind of slow, a lot of recovery, and very easy to whiff punish. Which is one thing I really hate about Street Fighter 6. So this game, not really for me. And people told me that, you know, well, I read online that the anti-airs in the original game, Garou, they're not really, they don't really exist either. So this is going to be a game where you just kind of jump at the other guy, pretty much, because they don't really have answers for that kind of stuff.
Well, it's because the idea is you have the ability to run and make use of your short hops. So, and then meanwhile, you have access to certain feint moves. You guys are pretty much faking each other out. So I
Yeah.
can understand why you wouldn't like that style in general. You know,
I like the whole
it
fake.
does.
I like the whole fake out, you know, and all that stuff. I really don't have a problem too much with the system mechanics, like the just defend and the other guard. But like for that stuff to be there, like I need some kind of other way to do something. For like personally, like maybe at like the higher level, it starts to make sense the whole picture, but at the same time, I don't want to really play a game where my anti-air is like trash, and I just gotta jump at the other guy because I know his anti-air is also trash. Like I guess the best answer is just to like just defend on the ground or whatever when they jump at you, and like maybe you get like a you get a what's it called, just defend counter or whatever.
You mean hyper defense?
No, like there's like a guard cancel thing you can do.
You mean just defense into reversal?
It's like a guard cancel thing, where you just defend into like a special move. Like maybe that's what you have to do in this game, and I'm not into that.
Yeah, I can see why you're a little frustrated. To me, I didn't really have an issue with the game. I was a little more of a fan of it. To me, it felt a little bit more cleaner. It wasn't what they're presenting now, or at least what the players are accustomed now with Street Fighter 6. You know, with your slime combos.
I was trying to think of it
more
more in comparison to KOF 15, and I'm not an expert in that game, but I was expecting something more along those lines, and I didn't really get that.
No, they wanted this to be their attempt to at least compete with the Capcom market of fighters, you know. And people need to keep in mind, it's not to say that SNK doesn't have fans. They have fans all over the world. Like, people are always worried about the American numbers. We need to be worried about the countries from the countries everywhere else, like all the Arabian countries, all the South American people, all the European countries. Like, those are the countries that really matter, because they're the ones that are actually buying the SNK product. It's not us. All right. They don't really care about us, and they made it very clear.
You see what's happening in this section right here? Jump back, heavy kick, which I found is like the most reliable anti-air in the game. Which is why, like, I don't like. It's nice to have that for certain situations, but like for that to be like the most reliable thing for me was kind of a buzzkill. Sorry, I just wanted to bring that up again.
No, there is certain gameplay that could be a little bit tuned up, but I think that they did that to at least keep in mind the Street Fighter players, and even the Street Fighter players now don't like, because I don't know why they tried to please both markets with this game. They should have kept it strictly SNK, and for some, it is strictly an SNK game. But they're saying there are some very Street Fighter fundamentals in this game.
I think we really, if you want a good gauge of this game, you really have to ask Garou players, and the good ones.
Yeah, like top level Garou players. Yeah, they're the main ones that can have an honest opinion in this game. Because
I have my gripes about it, but maybe I'm wrong about it.
No, of course. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, because I like Garou and I like this game. I don't do anything too bad. You know, like when I did play with it online, I called a quick 10-game win streak. You know, just playing against people, and these people were hiring me. I'm just having fun. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel that I'm able to freestyle in this game. There's this level of expression. You know, that doesn't really exist in the Street Fighter 6. You know, everybody's homogenized. I don't want to say the other word because I don't want to sound like an idiot. But I'm a big fan of the game currently. I really like it. I hope it does become successful. There is a boxing tournament that's coming up where they're going to. From what I've been told and from what I read, I mean, yeah, I'll let you. Let me stop. Let me shut the fuck up.
We should mention a lot of people have issues with the networking. People were saying that they take a lot of time to find a match.
Network always been dog shit. Them niggas never figured it out. Always been bad.
No, 15 is fine. I find a lot of matches on 15.
They always had bad internet. They never figured that out.
15 runs fine.
Uh,
And this game, like for netcode wise, like there's some parts of it that are janky, but it's not the worst. But more people were having trouble with the fact that like they can't find a game. Like some people were like 30 minutes to find a game, 20 minutes to find a game. For me, the longest one was like 8 minutes, and that was like day 1 or 2. I think I logged in like a couple hours ago, and I found like 4 matches, and then I uninstalled the game because I was like, "Fuck this." But it wasn't terrible for me. The longest was like 8 minutes. On average, it was like 4 minutes to find a game. And for people who are used to like Street Fighter 6 or whatever, that's going to seem like a lifetime for them, obviously.
the netcode was dog shit. It took me like 10, 15 minutes to find a game. I'm not gonna lie to you. It took me a while to find some games. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, we should bring that up so people don't say we ignored that aspect of it. But I didn't really have too much of a problem with it for me personally.
Nah, I mean, I'm not gonna. That's why I mentioned the 10-game win streak, because you would have thought I've gotten more. Like, no, it took me like maybe 2 hours to get that 10-game win streak. All right, that's a problem. Okay, that's a problem. And most of the time, I was fucking trying to figure out my 5-hit combo.
Who are you playing?
Or Rock. Really good character. I like Rock a lot.
Rock players in the training mode.
Yeah, Rock players in the training mode. Rock Howard. They're gonna nerf them. They're not gonna let none of those combos be available at launch.
I doubt it.
Especially
I feel like
5-hit combo that I showed you. They're not.
That's all intentional.
Yeah.
The thing about his combos that people are probably seeing a lot of combo videos online and stuff. You have to be below 30% on the gauge for that combo to come out or whatever, to not go into burnout, I think, or whatever.
Yeah.
And you have to have 2 bars, and then you got to land that opening move. Like, you can't really judge a game all the time by seeing some crazy combo. It's like people for years made me think KOF was like all about double infinite max combos, juggling, or whatever the fuck. And then I play KOF 15, I'm like, I rarely see that. And even if it is possible, like, none of us have the resources to do it, so it's like, okay. I've been kind of lied to about this game. It's not as combo heavy as they think they would make you think, But yeah, for this game, you definitely, there are combos in this game, and we're seeing this long block string, but it's not necessarily something that's going to be like all the time, like a Marvel game, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 or something.
Yeah, I enjoyed the beta. I know you have your grasp of it. I had fun playing with other players online.
Hated it.
I enjoyed it. Thought it was fun. That character, I'll mention this. I'll say this as we're recording. That character that you did play with me, that last match, I thought I want to say the last set that we played. Yeah, to me, he felt like the JP of City of Wolves. And I don't know if that's accurate.
No, he has way less tools than JP does.
But you understand why I'm saying he felt like the JP of the game.
He felt really limited to me.
Because you were playing him right. Every other player that
I'm not going to say that.
No, let me finish. Every other player that I played online wasn't utilizing the tools as you were.
Honestly, I don't think he's supposed to be played the way I was playing him.
You did right.
I think he's supposed to be played as like pressure and like up close.
I'll say that much. I think you did right,
No, I think he's supposed to be played up close with a lot of pressure and stuff.
That keep away style was perfect, and you did everything right.
I think it's nice for him to have that keep away style, but I feel like as the game progresses, I feel like it's not a good idea to play like that. It's kind of like Remy. You want to go in sometimes. You don't want to be.
Yeah, but that's because he has cold blue kick for that, So that's why he's able to
and Kane
play in that aggressive manner.
Like not zoning tools.
Yeah, that other move that you were doing.
I didn't even do his flash kick on you because I didn't know he had it when we were playing.
Oh, that's crazy.
He has a flash kick where he puts his leg up, and then when he comes down, he drops a fireball going downward.
That's cool.
Yeah, but it's not like an anti-air move though. It's like
Mm.
maybe an early anti-air. Again, fucking anti-airs are kind of shitty. And the only time it felt good was Vox, and then I'm like 3% damage. I'm like, oh, well, okay. But yeah, that's about it. All I have for this game, I think. Anything else you want to say about it?
Wonderful game. I think it's gonna do well. Hopefully, as long as the Capcom mouth breathers don't ruin the release. That's all.
Alrighty. We have one final segment here. This is a little silly.
We're really gonna do this? Damn. I forgot about it already.
We got the Evil Awards. And if none of you know, there was an award show where they gave awards to all these, talented commentators and competitors in the fighting game world.
The most disingenuous 5 hours
Whoa!
I've ever witnessed.
Hey, buddy, relax there. We're gonna go over some of the rewards.
It was absolutely terrible. I'm angry at the fact that they had the CVS 2 tournament and the MVC 2 tournament at this event. They did the Tournament of Champions for MVC 2 with Duck Doe, Justin Wong, Sanford Kelly.
Was Chaos there?
And of course, Yipes. No, Chaos was not there, funny
That's
enough.
weird.
Okay. Yeah, it's really fucking weird. It's funny. Huh? What was going on there? What's going on there? But I digress, and I won't say too much.
What's going on here? Put that down. What's going on here? What do you?
Yeah, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to sound like a hater. You get banned for mentioning Chaos in Yipes' chat. So I don't. I don't
You
want
hear
to sound
that?
like a hater.
You hear that, guys? Go to Yipes' chat and mention Chaos. No.
Mention Chaos, yeah, and get banned. No, I wanted them next.
Don't
Just
harass
so they can see it for
anybody.
themselves.
Don't harass anybody.
Yeah.
Do not condone harassment.
Ask them about the Yipes versus Chaos.
But yeah, we'd like to give away the first reward here for the. We're gonna go over everything that they got in the most genuine way possible. So, the award for gayest split goes to Hayao. Gayest split.
Listen,
ladies and gentlemen. Gayest split.
This man, once again, he is a gay icon in the FGC. They claim that we are not inclusive, and yet we have this man right here. And mind you, he's been playing this game since '99. All right, everybody think he's a young man. This is an old man right here. Is that the Japanese don't age? All right, they got a good diet, a lot of that swimming, eating the fish and all that. That mercury keeps you young.
They don't eat the. They don't eat the potassium bromate like we do.
Shit keeps you young. Yeah, this nigga continues to be a gay icon for the FGC. This man was doing drop kicks out there. Had Stinky Steve, his smash, his
We're
wrist smells like
here.
that.
We're getting ahead of ourselves here. We gotta slow down. So the second award goes to Sejam for fattest Chipotle customer, ladies and gentlemen. Fattest Chipotle customer. Congratulations.
You know what I thought? You know what really broke my heart about the whole Sejam situation is that they nominated him twice.
I think he was up there 3 times.
Yeah, they nominated him. Yeah, 3 times, right? And no, but in one of the award segments for one of the ones he got nominated, they nominated him for 2 different events for the same category. So I was like, how you're just gonna force the fucking. Really? You're gonna force the award on this fucking piece of shit.
He's got a lot of Chipotle that he's been eating.
Disingenuous. Oh, punk.
Oh, we gotta cover that. That's the fake award. We gotta cover that up with the real award.
Punk of the.
So what was the award you wanted to
Oh my god.
Oh no, that was for Hungry Box.
Mm.
I mean, you can mention that if you like.
Oh my god. Mm.
It's all in good fun, folks. It's all in good fun.
I love Punk.
Don't take us seriously.
One of the greatest. Not okay. Punk is one of the greatest, no cap. One of the greatest. But in terms of player of the year for 2004, maybe
2004?
on the
2004?
yeah, 2004. Yeah. I couldn't give that to him
Yeah, definitely not for 2004.
because he didn't win the like the tournaments that mattered. Like he didn't win. He didn't win Capcom Cup. You know,
He won Evo.
there was another. Yeah, he did win Evo. He did win Evo. He
All that
defeated Big
matters,
Boy.
okay?
I understand that's all that matters, but look at the
That's
money.
all that matters.
Look at the money. Look at the money. He came in 8th place,
I
and
heard
I
Uma
believe at
lost all
that
that
game
money.
that's perfectly fine. It happens, you know. But I'm not hating on Punk. He did very well in terms of like his online presence, his offline presence. Top player. I can never take it away from him.
So what's the
I
award
don't know.
for?
They give him Player of the Year, but I don't.
No. What's your award?
Oh, for him, the Learn Some Footsies Award. That's what I'm gonna give him.
I thought it was going to be the biggest crybaby award.
Nah, he's not the biggest crybaby. It's Hungry Box. Hungry Box was literally at grand finals crying. Can you find that videos of Hungry Box crying? He should have won Player of the Year. Jesus Christ, the man was crying in grand finals and still won. He was crying because he knew he was the best.
This is 5
Nah,
years
this
ago.
was like,
What is this?
no, not that one. No, he was always crying. That's what I'm saying. He was always crying.
Is it recent?
Yeah, it was recent. Yeah, 7 days ago. If you look at his face, he's crying. Like, if you zoom in his face, he's literally crying right now.
Looks like a bunch of pixels to me.
Yeah, of course, but you can't see it. You had to be there. You had to be there. That was the point.
They look so focused.
Don't you see him? He's crying.
He's wiping his tears away. Who's he playing? He's playing Jigglypuff?
Yeah.
Look at the anteaters. Look at the anteaters.
My man is crying right now, bro. That's how passionate he is.
Contained.
Dude,
He knows he has this.
He knows he has it.
He
He's
knows
100%.
he has this.
I think it's happening, Walt.
With every
He
passing
knows
stop.
it. He knows it.
He's crying.
Wow, I guess biggest crybaby baby does go to him. Punk?
Biggest crybaby ever to Hungry Box. Yeah, Punk got some competition in terms of being a crybaby, bro. I'm not going front.
Oh, what was that? He spilled his crybaby tears everywhere?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Why is he crying? Do we know
Because he
why?
defeats Troy. Because he won.
Is that a person he wanted to beat?
That was grand finals.
Down in history as one of the great.
Did he never win grand finals? A lot of context I'm not understanding here.
No, he solidified himself as one of the greatest of all time.
Was he not before?
No, he always was.
Yeah, whatever. I guess. Congrats to him, I guess. But yeah, Punk, you want to give a congratulations speech for not getting the Crybaby Award, or being nominated but not you didn't get the award. Let's see.
Learn some footsies, motherfucker. Fuck out of here. That random shit, bro.
There you go. Good job.
There you go.
Oh, you got this. These two guys. Now, mind you, Sajam over here has already won an award for the fattest Chipotle employee.
The most disingenuous shit I've ever seen in my life.
Or employee. Customer. Employee, both. Two most disingenuous people you've ever seen in your life?
No. It's not what I said.
What'd you say?
What I said is that this award show was the most disingenuous shit I've ever seen in my life.
I'm afraid to hit play. I just I didn't listen to a single second of it.
Like, listen, let me explain something. Like,
I know I'm gonna cringe into my own body.
Like, why would you give these people the duo? You know why? Because Sajam is popular, and right now Yipes is perfect for the market. You know, because he represents both sides. He's the hood character, but he's like the intelligent nerd. You know, so he's perfect for all these
He's
sponsors.
strong Hulk.
You know, for the urban market.
Smart Hulk.
Yeah, he's smart Hulk. Yeah, like come on. And there's no shade to him, bro. Like I love Jax. I know he's getting his money at the end of the day. He's getting his chicken. You know, that's the point. But it's like, come on now, bro. What? Like, I thought he would have been the one to be like, yo, what y'all really doing with this fucking award show? Like, I thought it was about the games. No, I thought he would have been the one, but like, I guess not.
Here's another check.
There's another check. Shut your mouth. You know, what the fuck? Did my co-host die?
I'm here. I'm just thinking.
Mm.
So what are we awarding them for? Secret under the table hand job during commentary.
Nope. The Chipotle eating contest winners.
Chipotle eating contest. Here we go.
Yeah, Yipes is in first place. Sajam is in second.
Now I don't know why this guy came up on the stage. It seemed like he worked there and he just grabbed an award and started talking. So I don't know what's going on with that guy. And then we have here the award for smelliest wrist.
And all of gaming, the smelliest wrist of all of gaming.
Wrist of all of Evo. They smelled every wrist of every person, and Sajam's bead-covered wrist smelled worse than everyone else's. Sorry, did I say Sajam? I meant Tasty Steve. Tasty Steve, congratulations, you won. Smelliest wrist.
Tasty Steve can be called Sajam Black.
Holy hell. Alright.
Oh my God, no! I don't want to get canceled. I don't even want to do it.
You don't want any legal problems? You don't want any legal problems?
Yeah, I don't want any legal problems. And the fact that they even chose this picture, they knew what they were doing.
I chose the picture.
Look at the schnoz on this man. Good Lord.
Whoa.
I don't even want to go any further.
Oh.
But I will say this: I will express my disgust for him. Because he thinks just because he's a lawyer that he should have somehow some power within the FGC. This man is not a top player. He is a bum. All right? I want the record to stand. He is a bum. Yes, he may be good at his analytical commentary. That's perfectly fine. You know, but that's only when he's paired with James Chen. Other than that, the man's a bum. The man's a bum. I don't want to fucking hear it, all right? Don't give this man any more power than he deserves, all right? The man's a bum.
Does he have power? I don't know.
Oh no, of course you know he fucking doesn't, because he's a lawyer and all. He be talking. Come on.
You sure about
Why
that?
he's always voicing shit? Was another one of those headcanons, you think?
That might be. I don't know. I don't know enough about this guy. All I know is that he's a lawyer, and he fucking does the commentary for like how many fucking years now. I'm kind of, every time I see him, I'm like bored, like he doesn't exist. Like, all right, buddy, there's that guy. I'm more excited to see James Chen because I want to hear him say something really stupid. All right. Yeah, they actually gave an award for the best Chipotle marketing campaign.
My nigga Rob TV.
This isn't a joke. This is this is real. They actually did. Best Chipotle marketing award. Let's watch some of that Chipotle marketing. Seeing that guy doing his kickflips. Here we go. Some of those cool Chipotle ads, guys.
Absolutely disgusting. Look who we have there. Majin Obama, of course.
This is what they're getting an award for. Doing TV spots for Chipotle. Look how much weight he gained eating Chipotle. Look at this guy. He's skinny then. Look at him now. He's a big fat soul. But here we have Rob TV screaming as per usual. And then we get to the end here. The Hall of Fame. What other award would you like to give Tokido?
I mean, I'm not mad Tokido received that, but it should have went to Tomo Ihara because of what he accomplished with Street Fighter 2.
No, that's an old
That
game.
a
We don't
little
care
bit.
about that anymore.
That would have gave a little bit more creditancy.
No,
You know?
sorry. That's a
To
Hall of Fame means
Evo.
Street Fighter 4.
Nah, it would
Street Fighter
have
5.
given me some legitimacy too. You know, and it was fucked up.
What we're seeing a
Yeah.
lot here is like the inner circle of the FGC, mostly. Big circle jerk event, dude.
Los Olomburado.
The fighting game Illuminati. Oh my god. I tried to find a good picture of Valley in here, but he just looked kind of stressed and worried and confused. And I don't know what he was saying. I'm sure it was
Valia
good, but
is
I don't
pretty.
know.
He is pretty old, and I'm pretty sure he's stressed, and he is pretty worried with everything that's going on.
They're gonna shut us all down soon, guys. Stop having sex in the hotels. Ugh. And finally, John Choi. I didn't mind this last partner. I was fine with that.
Nah, John Choi's a legend. No, Alex Valle, they deserve that. They deserve that. Some of the Street Fighter 2 OGs. But if we're actually doing our actual history,
You know what it felt like?
should've went to Tomo Ihara.
It felt like we're gonna circle jerk over here and give ourselves awards for 5 hours, and then at the end we're like, all right, but yeah, these guys, hey, it's like when they used to roll out Stanley. Hey, look, we got this guy. He supports the movie. He's in the scene. That's what this feels like right now. But I don't know. That was I guess we'll play some of it. Just to see
Why
how
play
hard
some of it?
I cringe
It's
inside
terrible.
my body. Where is that? History.
Should look up the Evo Awards.
Oh, look at all the nice videos we watched today. Oh, where is it? It should be here. Oh, there it is. Oh boy. All right, which one do you think is going to give us the most cringe? This one?
The guy that does the real life game moves.
Oh god. No, I want the most cringe. There was like an advertisement here for controllers at some point. Alright, come on. What are we doing? This guy?
Yeah, he was my favorite. That guy was my favorite. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I want the most cringe, dude. I need the most cringe. It's gotta be this one, right?
Nah.
Oh, we didn't even talk about Majin Obama. Any words for Majin Obama?
I'd rather hold my words. I'd rather not say anything.
Alright,
I'd rather be a gentleman and not say anything.
let's get a little bit of this audio. No, we're not being gentlemen right now. We're being scumbags right now. This is our player haters ball.
Say Jam!
I gave this bum ass nigga like 10 awards. That was terrible.
Oh, wow, wow. Give it up, give it up, give it up.
They should have done this. They should have done some of this during the actual tournament because the cheers here are very. It's like 5
It's like,
people.
woo!
It's like 5 people. Woo!
Well, for me, man, shout out to everybody that is just involved here, just to have a great time. This is pretty awesome. When I was a child, especially in the FGC side of things.
I can't watch this.
You can't.
This is hard to watch.
Yeah.
I always thought about
Mind you,
it
I was a
corny
big
way,
fan.
like, man, we might get an award show one day. Here we are.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Right. The only person that was going to do the award show was Triforce Johnson. All right.
The legend.
All hell the
He would have got it
Empire.
wrapped up. He would have wrapped it up in an hour.
All right, like Fucking terrible. This fucking guy is very disingenuous.
But yeah, man. Sage, what's up, man?
The way he said that just now is like the same way my cousin likes to bullshit me sometimes. Like he'll just say some shit he's not honest about, and then he starts laughing afterward because he knows he was trying to be dishonest. I got the same vibe just now.
Because it is dishonest.
First of all, you know when you get a block as a commentator, there's some people where you're just like, oh man, I don't have to do anything. It's gonna be like the easiest day of my life.
Oh my god, they should have done this at the fucking event because there's no one in the audience.
It's
like two people
I don't
chuckling.
have to do anything. It's gonna be like the easiest day of my life, and both the people I was nominated with, Steve and
I'm 100% convinced that they would have done this at Evo. Nobody would have cared.
Yeah, but maybe you could have some people there to be like, hey, try to be excited about this, please.
You're taking up tournament time to give these assholes awards? I'm not even trying to be fucked up.
I just know that I don't have to do anything, and they'll carry me, so it makes my life a lot easier. So thanks, man.
Well, just to add.
That's what the best on-air duo. That's what he said. That's what he had to say about that.
Wow.
It's a little bit of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if he does talk himself up here and yipes, then I'm like, fuck off. And then he does this, and it's also bad. So I don't know how to feel. It's just so fucking crazy.
Thank you so much for carrying me at Evo 2024. I mean, I had a flu game pretty much, but he held it all together. But no, seriously, man, I've worked with Sage Jam in many events, in multiple games, and it's always seamless. I have no problems when it comes to either jumping in terms of a certain hot spot.
It's weird. Like, who is this for? Like, is this for the stream monsters? Like, the stream monsters give a shit? Like, oh, hey, I saw your award show. Dope. Like, nobody even cares about the fucking Hollywood award shows. Like, you think some fucking fighting game award show is supposed to, like, generate some... It almost feels like they're separating themselves from the people who go to these events, almost. Like, oh, we're like the higher class.
The elitist group. Yeah.
Because all these tournaments are supposed to be about who is the best player, period. And now we're giving, like, participation awards to Fat Sajam and Stinky Steve.
Stinky Steve.
Best meme was one of the categories over here. And that's at the start of the show. That's like...
Or whatever the case may be, we trust
best button in the fighting game.
Best
and
button.
We just talking
heavy
about
kick,
gaming,
anyway.
man, to be very honest with you. So I just want to give shout outs, first and foremost, to just the grassroots tournaments in general, who got me involved in commentary from the Battlefield Arcadia days, the NEC tournaments, all the Big East tournaments, the final rounds and all that, for giving me an opportunity to just share my voice and my energy, because I really love this, and this is what bred me to be the human being that I am today. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
The nominees for Best Commentary are Justin.
Oh, good Lord. Stop it.
Hey guys,
my
Alex,
God.
Big Boy, very reputable. So what year is this in Evo? How long have we been running now? For the folks at home who maybe don't know so much about the show?
This is our 14th year running Evo. It kind of transformed over
Likes that number, 14?
Oh my God, yo!
But anyway, guys,
I think we can end it on that note. Yeah, I think we can end it on that note. Yeah, I think we can end it on that note. All right.
Call it a day. It's been a fun time with you guys here in the chat. We talked about some nice things. We cringed, we laughed, we cried. We cried a lot with Hungry Box. What can we expect from this channel going forward in the future? We should have our own award show, you know? Just me and you.
Yeah, the Goon Cave Award.
We'll get the four of us in here. We'll give awards to each other. We'll jerk each other off. We'll go on OnlyFans.
Oh, good Lord. The Goon Cave Award.
The Goon Cave Awards.
The best gooner.
Jose can be the presenter.
Fastest gooner.
Well,
best goon chair.
Thanks for
goon
watching.
material of 2025.
We're gonna leave you with this one. Fuck it.
It's a magical place.
It is a magical place.
Niggas getting blown up in UFC.